Great morning. Come on in, you guys. Come on in. Let's get started. Come on in. Mm. It's Friday. Come on in. Good morning, Summerlin. Hey, April. April, have you left Texas yet? And when do you get back? Because I need to tell you something I just thought about. I wasn't thinking, girl. We could have chose pickup for you. You could have just drove to the office and picked your products up. Mm. I know you're flying out of town, but girl, you might want to do that when you get back. Great morning, everybody. Great morning. Great morning. Girl, we might need to try to work some magic. We might need to try to work some magic, okay, before you leave. Hey, Christina, how are you, gorgeous? All right, hold on, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Great morning, everyone. Great morning. Great morning. We're going to get started, baby. We got some stuff to talk about. Hold on. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I just did that. Great morning, everybody. Great morning. Y'all come on in. Great morning. Great morning. Hey, y'all. Hey. Pop that right there. Great morning, Mike. Hey, baby. Thank you for sharing. Hey, Jackie. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, April. Okay, y'all. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. One thing I'm not scared to do is talk about it. And what I want to talk about this morning is the importance of vision setting. The importance of vision setting. Write the vision, make it plain that they who see it might run and not faint. Keeping the vision before you. Keep the vision before you. So, listen, as we've been on this journey, one of the things that's happened is thank you, babe. You'll give it to me because, well, is my iPad over there? I need something to look my stuff up with, and I left my other device. Where is it at? I don't know, pumpkin. I thought it was over there. Is it up on the printer? Maybe it's in the bedroom. I don't know, baby. I don't know. Thank you, babe. Um, One thing that I have definitely seen in full effect is the power of keeping the vision before you. Just keeping the vision before you, knowing the vision, writing the vision, having an image of the vision, knowing what the vision feels like, and keeping it ahead of you, in front of you, before you, so that you can take your journey. Now, there's nothing that can stop what God has ordained for your life but you. Like, you're the only one who can stop what God has ordained in your life and for your life. Like, it's you. You're it. That's it. So when we understand that, setting the vision before us, seeking God, first of all, for the vision, and then setting it before us is our reminder. It's our reminder of what God has promised us. I think it was not accidental that we ended up putting love above all things on the wall across from me. Because when I want to deviate, when I want to go in a different direction, it's my reminder that it's love above all things. When we understand that, then the way we move will adjust. The way we move will align with the love of God. So you got to know, right, how to move. And the way you know how to move is by keeping the vision before you. Now, I shared with you guys my vision board, and how the things on the vision board just started going boop, 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 boop. And I continue to see things manifesting. Now, the truth of the matter is this. I've done vision boards before. I've seen some stuff, kind of happen, but something was different. And let me tell you what was different. Something was different. Remember when we talked about the saboteurs? We talked about those self-sabotaging behaviors, those things that will interfere with your ability to achieve, to accomplish, to develop whatever it is that you're seeking to achieve, accomplish, or develop, right? There are things that we do, things that we say, ways that we behave that begin to block the very thing that we say we desire. Because sometimes I think our mouth does a lot of lip service in terms of what we desire, right? Instead of us being honest about what we desire, we say what we think people want to hear, okay? So in doing that, your desire and God's desire are not going to be in alignment. What's worse yet is when God's desire and your true desire are not in alignment with what you are professing your desire is. There is a conflict. There's no way that vision, that is going to produce what God desires it to produce. It'll produce something. It'll produce something, but it won't produce what God desires for it to produce. So what we have to understand is this. We've got to keep the vision before us. And what I've realized is the more tangible the vision is, the more we can see it, imagine it, experience it, know what it feels like, smells like, seems like, the more we are able to draw it into our existence. Listen, God requires everything in the universe to work for us. Everything, everything. That's why Romans 8:28 says, and we know this, that all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. All things. Sometimes the way we think things are supposed to work together is not what's working together for the good of everyone. But that's what we think. So we will put ourselves above God, and we will play God, angel number 111, and we will be God in situations and circumstances instead of allowing God to be God. Because you know what the truth of the matter is? Do y'all know what the truth of the matter is? The truth of the matter is we struggle many times as human beings dealing with things that don't fit, that don't match, that don't go together. Things that require us to have difficult conversations, things that require us to examine our own actions, things that require us to look at our own words. We struggle with that. That's a fact. We struggle with it. But the beauty of God is this. Even in that, all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. Even that. We run from conflict. We run from conflict. We don't want to have conflict. We don't want to have difficult conversations. We don't want to really be honest. So what we do is we placate feelings and we try to make everybody be good with everything. What saboteur is that? What saboteur is that? Where are my no more sabotage people? What saboteur is that when you want to make everybody good with everything? Listen, the majority of my life I've operated with the pleaser saboteur. Not allowing me to be honest with people at times. And I'm pretty honest with people when it comes to stuff, but just not saying some things that I see, things that I notice, things that I observe, not having some conversations because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, not just holding on to it. Not this season. This is not that season. That you needed the other version of me, the one that I divorced. She's no longer here. Okay. So what I've learned is that you can still love people. Angel number 111. You can still have amazing relationships with people while being honest. And if you can't, then it's like Jack Nicholson said in the movie, truth. You can't handle the truth. And I'm not talking about talking to people crazy. I'm not talking about saying anything to people. I'm not talking about, like going off of, that's not what I'm talking about. But let me tell you this. Because I want y'all to be real clear. Yes, I knew y'all knew. Hey, boo. Let me say this. We have the ability to create, angel number 111 up here again. We have the ability to create our reality. So you got to, whatever you're experiencing, you've created. Anything we experience in our life, we've created. How do we create things? We create things with our words, our thoughts, and our actions. We create. We are creators. We create. It's one of the reasons that I came to understand that where I found myself in my life was a result of me. It didn't have anything to do with other people. It wasn't about other people. It didn't have anything to do with circumstances and situations. It was about me. It was God's way of showing me me. It was God's way of letting me know that if I want something different, I must do something different. So when you're in a place that you don't like what you have going on in your life, then you got to do something different because you created it. You did. You did. I did. We did. So if we created it for our own lives, then we have the authority to change it. I made some conscious decisions in my life. Yeah, I'm talking about vision setting. Many times, what happens in our lives is this. Our saboteurs, those negative thoughts, those things that help protect us when we were children, begin to work against us when we're adults. And if we will not face them, if we will not deal with them, if we will not examine them, if we will not address them, they will continue to do just that. The fact that we have the ability, my God, hey sis, I love you. We need to catch up too. The fact that, good morning, Sheila. Good to see you. Oh, praise God, definitely do. The fact that we won't assume responsibility for things that have transpired in our life or where we find ourselves right now, this moment, means that until we do that, we'll stay in the place. We'll stay in that place. We'll stay in that place because we think that it has to do with everything and everyone outside and around us. But the truth of the matter, it has to do with you. Two people can experience the exact same thing and have very different outcomes from that thing. Is it that one person is somehow more favored or better than the other one? No, it's not that. It's that one person made a different choice. I'm going to get it out the mud every time. I'm talking about me. This has nothing to do with anybody else. This has everything to do with me. I'm going to get it out the mud every time. Doesn't matter what happens in my life. It doesn't matter how quote unquote tragic it is. I'm going to rise every time like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Every time. Every time. Every time. Not some of the times, every time. You know why? Because I understand that things don't happen to me. They happen for me. Angel number 122. So it never really matters what people think, say, or do, because that has absolutely nothing to do with what God is doing in me and through me. And anything that transpires is happening for me. It's all working for me. I'm in a place in my life where I'm not interested in fake relationships. I'm not. If we can only have relationship when we always agree, we can't have relationship because we won't always agree. Thank you, love. I don't know why I was trying to pick that thing up with no one hand, because you know this is a two-hand laptop. This is a big daddy. Hold on. Let me look these numbers up because I want y'all to get this. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Eveline. Great morning. Great morning. We need to talk today. All right. So, you know those twos deal with duality, the duality of things. Angel number 122 is a message about finding balance in life and focusing on goals to create your perfect reality. Baby, let me see. What? Angel number 122 is a message about finding balance in life and focusing on goals to create your perfect reality. Seeing angel number 122 is an encouraging and positive sign because it indicates your guardian angels are looking out for you. Angel number 122, love takes off masks that we fear we cannot live without and know that we cannot live within. Didn't I just say that? Listen, we got to get to a place where the real shows up. We got to get to a place where we can be real with ourselves, real with other people, real in situations, real in circumstances. Just be real. The other day I had to call my ex, my baby daddy. And I told him, we've got a 22-year-old. Oh my God. And we were talking, and as we were having this conversation, he said, do you remember when? And he began to talk about when they began to share what they wanted to do with their lives and how we're seeing some things, and it ain't all necessarily, like the direction that we would want it to go. But I have a reality. And let me tell y'all about my perfect reality. Okay. In my perfect reality, this has always been my thing. We're able to be parents to children who love us both, grandparents to children who love us both, and that not be an issue. The fact that I have a new husband not be something that prevents us from being who we need to be for our children and grandchildren. My perfect reality is us being able to do holidays together. All of us, right? Not just on my side, but on his side too, right? It's why I made myself open. Listen to me. But all of that requires truths, even hard truths. So you can't get to your perfect reality without going through truth. Anything else is fake, it's fraud, and it will fall. The foundation of anything is the thing that determines the success of it. If a foundation is built on sand, the house will eventually fall. Why? The sand will erode the foundation. It washes away with the waves. The waves are trouble. The waves are trials. The waves are life. Life is like waves. And eventually the sand will come out from under it and it'll begin to topple. I know my perfect reality may not be everybody's perfect reality, but I know what my perfect reality is. I've seen it. I've seen it. So, therefore, when I can do something to help us get to that perfect reality, I will. When I can't, I can't. Like, I can't. But I know what my perfect reality is. It's all of our children, those that we gave birth to, those that our seed produced, and those that we had added to our lives as bonuses to our lives. All of our children, all of our grandchildren, being able to come together and love and appreciate each other. All. It's the same way with my family, my biological family, right? I wanted all of us to be able to have a relationship and went out of my way to try to create that, right? But the truth of the matter is this. This is the truth of the matter. You can't make everybody want that. You can't, like, and there are just sometimes just things that, listen, only God can do it. Only God can do it. Only God can do it. Do it. Only God can do. But what I refuse to do is shut me down because other people have walls or whatever. I'm always going to try to do my best to have a conversation. I'm going to have a conversation. That's me. That's just me. I'm going to have a conversation. That's my go-to is a conversation. I believe that's what adults do is have conversations, right? So I'm going to have a conversation. And in having a conversation, the conversation is not to make anybody feel right or anybody feel wrong, because I believe that we can have more win-win situations than we believe we can. This is why the vision, keeping the vision before you is important. Because if you don't keep the vision before you, you'll destroy the vision to be right. You'll destroy the vision out of emotion. You'll destroy the vision so that perfect reality never comes because you've been so emotional that you destroyed what God was creating. I am accountable for me. So I have to check me. I can only deal with me. That's the only one I can deal with in any situation or circumstance. And what I know for me is the pleaser in me is being destroyed because I'm having to say things I would rather not say because I just want to keep the peace. But what is a relationship in the absence of truth? If we can't be honest with the people that we love, then can we be honest anywhere? That's where our honesty needs to come the most, is in those relationships. And I'm not talking about honesty in terms of just being brutal with people, but being honest. So we have to understand that we have to set the vision before us, because in the absence of a set vision will allow life to repeat itself, will allow life just to be no. Well, whatever happens. No, you control what happens in your life. You do. You control what happens in your life. You control it. So I make deliberate choices, particularly as it relates to relationships. I'm deliberate about conversations, particularly as it relates to relationships. Well, and honestly, if I can't be honest, those are not relationships that I need like that. Look, if you move from a place of love, love above all things, right? If you move from a place of love, you give God permission to use you however he chooses in whatever circumstance or situation. It's not always fun. It's not always easy. Angel number 133, but it's always necessary. And I want y'all to catch this because God is trying to get you someplace. God is trying to get you someplace. And you can't go because you're not dealing with you. Angel number 133 means you should connect with the spiritual realm. There's no deeper relationship than the one we have with the spiritual realm. And your angels are reminding you that you need to put in the effort and work on your spiritual life or spiritual connection. Angel number 133, it is the transformation from your current status to a higher level. Invoke the guidance of the angels for a life worth living. There is a life that God desires you to have. There's a life that God desires for you to experience, but it's going to require you to look at you. It's going to require you to go deeper in your relationship with God. It's going to require you to deal with and get balance and harmony in truth in order for you to get there. We've got to get the vision, God's vision for our lives, and we've got to keep it before us. So when Habakkuk 2 talks about write the vision and make it plain that they who read it might run and not faint, that's real. I have to write the vision, and that's what I exercise, writing the vision. And you'll notice on anything that I do, when it comes to family, my vision is family all together, blended family, blood and non-blood, by marriage and by, you know how we do Black folk adoption, right? But those people that I love, those people that my husband loves, all of us being able to come together to truly understand what family is. But honestly, y'all, the truth of the matter is for some people, family is only blood, and blood doesn't even really determine family. And that's just not me. So I can't fight that. But what I can do is maintain me being me in any situation and circumstance as it relates to anybody. One thing that I've always told my kids, right? I've always told my kids this. I said, yes, you have family by blood, right? But you also have family who are people that come into your life and you don't throw them away. Don't throw people away. You don't just toss people away like used tissue. You don't do it. And if you do, believe me, it comes back. So however you do a thing will show up in your life. I'm that way because I know that when my kids are off, I need people to love them like they're theirs, the way I love other people's kids like they're mine. I don't believe in step kids nor step grandkids. You don't believe me? Let me tell you a story. And this is not to damage anybody, but this is just the truth of the matter. Okay? I remember when I was married to my ex-husband, my boys were little boys, you know, when we got together. And I remember we were at church, and he and I and the kids went because I wanted to make an effort to connect with his family. And somebody asked his mom who those kids were. And she said, oh, those are Rick's wife's kids. Those are my step grandkids. And my sons heard it. And they were hurt by it. And they came to me and they said, Mama, why did she say that? And I had to explain to them what all that was. It's unfortunate. When adults have that perspective, because you can think the kids don't know, but they know. You can think the kids don't remember, but they remember. It's why I don't have any step grandkids. I have grandkids or not. Because the truth of the matter is, like, you can't make them want you to occupy that space in their life. You can't make them. Y'all hold on. It's my grandbaby's birthday. Hey, boo. Yeah, I think you did. Where Brooke at? Okay. I'm live. I'm trying to see my baby, though. And then I'll call you back. But I want to see her. I'm trying to find the stuff. I got to get her daycare. It's 8:30 already. Oh, Lord. Okay. All right. Bye, babe. I'm trying to say happy birthday to my grandbaby. Today is Brooklyn's birthday. Brooklyn Justice Williams is 3. Y'all listen. June, July, April, May, June, July, August is a lot of birthdays in my house, right? So today is Brooklyn's birthday. Happy birthday, dear Brooke. Hey, that's my baby. We're having her birthday party. We're going to SeaWorld for her birthday. So I'm excited that we as grandparents can go and hang out with her to help her celebrate her birthday. So listen, y'all, you got to keep the vision set before you. You got to keep the vision set before you. Yeah, Tiff. Thank you, Donnell. So I told you guys about what happened with my vision board and how I saw the things on my vision board just manifesting, right? And I want to give you the opportunity to learn the principles I used to create and set the vision for your life so that you can manifest that which God desires for you. We create our own reality. You attract what you are, and over attracting what you want. Yes, you attract what you are. So if you keep attracting a certain type of person, you got to look at you. That's facts. I had to look at me. All right. If you are a liar in your heart, you create imitations of your desires. If you have an ungrateful heart, you attract ungrateful people and circumstances into your reality. You produce what's in your heart, regardless of what's coming out of your mouth. Love the discussion. That's absolutely correct. Yes, Corey. Happy birthday, Brookie Bear. Y'all remember when Brooke would be up, I would have her, and she would be up trading with us at 4 o'clock in the morning, trying to talk us up. Girl, you better, we're trying to catch these pimps, honey. I don't need you to be quiet. I'm ready to get back to some of those days, y'all. I'm telling you, look at the way that God is orchestrating things. Because that's on my vision. Like, that's been a part of my vision since 2016. It's trading Forex, trading crypto. It's a huge part of my life, and I'm excited to be stepping back into it. One thing I learned, though, I learned that it's difficult to trade when your emotions are all over the place. And I had I've had time where for a full year, there's no way I could have traded effectively. I had too many emotional things going on in my life for me to be able to focus, right? So, I had to pull back, but baby, I'm excited to get back to trading, y'all. I'm excited about that. We were doing a training last night or yesterday, and I was so excited. I was like, "Oh, I'm so ready! I'm so ready to get back to this." I'm telling you, if you want to learn how to trade on the foreign exchange market, a $7 trillion, the most liquid, largest financial financial market in the world. Absolutely, put Forex in the comments, and I'll give you some information on how you can join us on that journey, because believe me, it is a journey worth taking. I know, because y'all were there with me. Yeah, Corey, I know you remember. Yes, Jackie. So listen, you guys, listen. On July 16th, on July 16th, we are doing the vision setting class. July 16th, it's a Sunday, from 3:30 to 5:30, well, 4:30 to 6:30 Eastern time, 3:30 to 5:30 Central, and 1:30 to 3:30 Pacific time. I want you to be able to get involved. I want you to be able to set the vision for your life so that you can create what you desire in your life. You can have everything that you desire when you make sure that your desires align with the desires God has for you. It is the magic. It is the secret sauce to that manifestation in your life. As long as your desires are in direct opposition to God's, you will forever find yourself struggling, going to and fro, back and forth. You all, let me put that back up there. bit.ly/DRV vision setting. bit.ly/DRV vision setting. The class is $55 for general admission and $111, 111, for VIP, which gives you a 1-hour individual session. And let me tell y'all why 55. So last night, actually, it was the early hours of this morning. I didn't go to sleep probably until about 3:30 this morning. I just was working on some stuff. I had something I was trying to figure out. I couldn't get to it. It wasn't connecting. I couldn't figure out what I had to do to make this happen. And it was really to set this up for you guys, because I set the class up, but it didn't give the afterpay option. And I love having the afterpay option because it gives people who may not have all of that to spare right now, the opportunity to still go ahead and invest in themselves, right? So, I'm setting the price, and I said one price, and God said, nope. I said, okay, well, I'm going to do this. He said, nope. I said, okay, God, let me just ask you, how much do you want me to charge? And he said, 55. And he said, look it up. Okay. So I looked it up in true Dr. V fashion. Angel number 55 means a change is coming. And that change is one that will be associated with adventures, freedom, self-determination, creativity, and divine energy. These are all the elements that are also associated with the single-digit angel number 5, a strong signifier of change. There is only, angel number 55, there's only one corner of the universe you can be certain of improving, and that's your own self. And that's everything that I've been talking about. You can't control other people. You can't control many times circumstances or situations, but what you can control in everything and anything that comes your way is you. And the moment that you understand who you are and you understand how to show up is the moment that you can begin to create change in your life. Angel number 111, y'all know that's one that we're familiar with. It encourages individuals to take risks and welcome fresh experiences in their relationships. If one encounters 111 regularly, it recommends seizing opportunities, like going on a blind date or planning a special dinner for someone or embracing the unknown with confidence. You all, God is trying to get us to a place where we can move forward confidently. That's what he's doing. So this is what I need you to understand, that at some point you've got to make a decision for you. And if what you've been doing is not working, then you have to do something different. You've got to know that you're worth change. You're worth more. But it requires you to look at you, to deal with you, and to choose to change you in the midst of what's going on around you. My prayer is that you all get that. Now, listen, there's only going to be 10 slots for this class, only going to be 10 slots. So what I encourage you to do is secure your spot. Don't wait because you say, oh, well, that's not this Sunday, that's next Sunday. I'll wait and I'll do it. You'll wait and you'll miss your spot. That's what you'll do. Okay. So go ahead and register now for that class, bit.ly/DRV vision setting, bit.ly/DRV vision setting. I encourage you upgrade, get the VIP so you get that 1 hour session so that once the vision is set, once we've done the vision board, once you've laid that out, we can have a conversation about strategy for walking that out and how you can get on the other side of you to be able to see that manifest in your life. Look, I got to get off here. I got to hit the road. I got to call my baby so I can see her. But I want you to know this, that God loves you so much that he will allow things to happen that look like the worst thing in the world, only for him to be able to bring you to the best place, the blessed place, not just the best place, but the blessed place that he has for you. When I look at my life and I think about the 55 years I lived without knowing that my daddy was my daddy. And when I'm tempted to say that was unfair, what I know is that what God did was gave me a double blessing, double grace, double blessing. I had my daddy who raised me, and I had my daddy who made me. And both of them are valuable in my life. Both of them matter. And though I couldn't force my kids to have a relationship with my biological father, they have come to love him the way I love him. And some things, it happens with time, it happens with exposure, but I thank God that it happened. I'm excited about what God is doing in my family in this season because I know that God is putting the puzzle together perfectly the way it's supposed to be. You all, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like, trust God in the midst of it. Listen, if you all want to feel compelled to bless me, bless me, bless me, bless me, Lord, indeed. If you want to sow a seed, you can absolutely do that. Cash App, DRV Johnson 777. Cash App, DRV Johnson 777. Know this, know that I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Have an amazing, incredible, and epic day. Be blessed.